Hi there! If you're planning to redesign your Squarespace website, this video is for you. Because while a fresh new look is exciting, it can seriously mess up with your SEO if you're not careful. But don't worry, I'm going to walk you through exactly what to watch out for and what to do instead, so your website not only looks better, but keeps or even improves its ranking on Google. So let's dive in. Let's talk about the factors that will affect your SEO during the redesign. And the first one is a content modification. This is a big one. When you simplify pages by removing content like images, text, heading, or switching copy and wording in headings, you can reduce keyword density and relevance, which could be noticed by Google. Second one is the site architecture. Changes to your URL and internal linking can disrupt how Google crawls and evaluates your site. For example, if you had a service page with 3 sub-pages and you decided to combine them all into one page, Google would notice the changes in the structure and also those 3 extra pages that you had before. They might have been ranking for some particular keywords, and if you eliminate those pages, all of those rankings are going to be gone. How do you avoid hurting your SEO during this process of website redesign? Here's my step-by-step approach. First, use tools like Ubersuggest to understand which pages are your main traffic drivers. These are your money-making pages, the ones that you need to be super careful with when you're making adjustments to them. Remember that all content on your page plays a role in Google rankings. One of my favorite tools is Ubersuggest, which you can use. I believe you don't need a subscription. Here's a domain I would like to check before redesigning, and let's see what Ubersuggest is going to show us. First of all, it gives us an overview how much of organic traffic our website is getting. Yeah, it gives you a 7-day free trial. And as you scroll down here, you're going to see your top pages on your website. It's not surprising, the homepage gets the most traffic. This is pretty common in most websites if you're not very heavy on blogging and developing content. The homepage is usually the core page on your website that gets the most amount of traffic. Then we see the next page is this copy of acupuncture that gets traffic in an insurance page. We expand, we can see that none of the rest of the pages are actually driving traffic to this. I see this very often. Business owners will stress tremendously about redesigning their website because they worry that it will affect their SEO performance. But then when I check, their website doesn't actually drive any traffic, and it's not bad. You just have to keep that in mind. And if your website isn't getting any traffic, you can take this chance of redesigning your website to actually improve your SEO, which I'm going to show you in a few steps later. Once you analyze your website and you see what pages are bringing the traffic to your website, for those pages, you want to preserve as much of the original content as possible. And don't change your URLs if you can help it. For example, if your About page has a URL About Us, but then in a process of redesigning, you change the URL to just About. These 2 URLs are different in Google's eyes. If you change the page from About Us to just About, and the About Us was ranking or was showing in a Google snippets, when somebody gonna click on that About Us, it will lead you to 404 page where you're gonna have a standard text from Squarespace saying that this page hasn't been found, which can definitely affect your SEO. Here's what to do. Create a table for all of your important pages. List all of the URLs and what pages they correspond to. This gives you a clear roadmap of what needs to be preserved. Sometimes it's unavoidable to change the URLs. If you had to change it, you can set up a URL redirects from old pages to the new ones. Let me show you how to do this in Squarespace. Navigate to URL mapping. You can click on the settings icon and then navigate to developer tools and URL mapping. And so here we're gonna set up a URL redirect. We're gonna tell Google that I had this page, for example, our About Us page. That URL doesn't exist anymore. And if somebody visits that URL, we want all that traffic to be redirected to our new page, which is gonna have a URL about. Provide you an exact structure to follow. First, include your old URL. This was our old page. Please note that you don't have to include your domain name in the URL mapping. Then you want to keep this arrow, and here we want to include our new page. And this number 301 specify to Google that we want permanently send visitors from one URL to another, and just click save. If you had multiple service pages, but now your service pages are irrelevant, our service page example, where some services might be irrelevant to your business at this moment. We had our general service page, and then from general service page, it was leading to individual service pages. We have erased that individual service page. Now, the page that we have erased, we can redirect it to any page on our website. We don't want to create dead ends on our website. We can redirect it to a contact page, to an about us page, or wherever the page that you think is the most relevant to the old page. In our case, I feel like the best case scenario would be to redirect this individual service page to a general service page where they can see the overview of our new services. And again, we will specify that this is a permanent change in our website, and we want Google to permanently redirect visitors from this old page to the new one by including 301 redirect. Next, let's talk about what to do with the pages that are already ranking in Google. The biggest mistake I see people go in and completely rewrite those pages. But here's the thing, your words are the backbone of the SEO. It's not just about having some text, it's the amount of text, it's the keywords you use, and how frequently you use them. If you rewrite everything or delete too much copy, you might accidentally remove the exact things Google like about the page in the first place. That means the whole rankings are gone. And honestly, it's hard to know what part of the page is actually working unless you have the right tool to show you that. My favorite tool to keep the ranking and even improve is Surfer SEO. Let me show you how to use this tool in real example. This is a page that we will try to improve. Currently, it has a pretty poor SEO structure. I'll pop the URL into Surfer SEO content editor. Navigate to content editor and create new content. First, decide what is your main keyword for the particular page. Please note that each page on your website should have one main keyword. Because this is a local business, the main keyword, which is acupuncture services, this business is located in Seattle, so we want to use a combination of those two words. Our main keyword for this page is going to be acupuncture services in Seattle. We can also import our content. Take this URL, insert here, and click create. It's going to take some time for Surfer to populate the article. Our content have been populated. Click into it. On the right, it's going to show us our content score, which is pretty low, and our content to the left. So it has populated all of this home, book, new patients. On the right, you're going to see a content structure that you need to improve in order to have better rankings. The Surfer SEO judges your content from 0 to 100. I usually like to aim to be in a green spot over here. And below, you're going to see a detailed breakdown of content structures. It's going to show you how many words you need in order to outperform the top competitors. It's going to show you how many headings you need, how many paragraphs, how many images, and the most important part here, it's going to show you what kind of terms you want to add to the page in order for it to outrank or have better rankings than your competitors. You don't have to use all of these terms. Usually to the top, you're going to have the most important terms. For example, we will definitely need this term on our page. Look, just me adding this as a heading 1 have improved my content by 8 points. The most important keywords are going to be here to the top, and whatever is here at the bottom, usually not as important. In the tab headings, in Squarespace, we have heading 1, heading 2, heading 3, and heading 4. This means that these keywords should be included in one of those headings, not paragraphs. And now you will rewrite all content by using this additional keywords. This tool can also auto-optimize it for you. It's not perfect because it's AI generated, but if you have to start somewhere, you can use it. So if I click Auto Optimize, it will analyze all of the sections. The content optimization is done, and you can see that it's already auto-populated the content for us, and our score has been improved and reached 71. This tool is such a game changer when you're updating content on a website. Instead of guessing what works, you're working with actual data and protecting your SEO while improving it. Moving into the next important factor is mobile view. Don't forget to optimize mobile views for all the pages. People will design and organize everything on a desktop version of their website and forget that most people will be viewing their website on their phone. In fact, for many websites, over half of all traffic comes from mobile devices. If your mobile looks messy or hard to use, you can lose potential clients. And when leave your website abruptly, it sends bad signals to Google that your content is irrelevant because people are not engaging with it. But the good news, in Squarespace, you can adjust and rearrange elements specifically for mobile, separately from the desktop version. Take a few extra minutes to click through every page on your phone. The layout is clean, if all the information is accessible, if buttons work properly, and so on. In Squarespace 7.1, you can adjust and rearrange different elements on mobile view opposed to desktop. Those two can look slightly different, and you always want to make sure to check it out before publishing your website to make sure that everything looks right. And the last part in your redesign process, when you already updated everything, you have redesigned your website, would be to check for broken links. Here's a tool I use all the time. Just paste your domain and it will show you any broken links it finds on your website. And if you spot any, you can go ahead and add a redirect link, the one I showed you earlier. It's all those small things that make a big difference in keeping your site clean and Google happy. Finally, be patient after the launch. Google needs time to recrawl and reevaluate your site. You can monitor your performance, but don't panic about immediate fluctuation. It can take 2 to 4 weeks for things to settle. If you follow these steps, it can actually be an opportunity to improve your site's look and its SEO performance. If all of this feels a little overwhelming and you don't want to handle the redesign yourself, I offer a custom Squarespace website design services, and I'd love to help you create the site that looks amazing and keeps your SEO intact. Or if you're more of a DIY user but want a shortcut, I also have a collection of professionally designed Squarespace templates that we can install on your site for you. Super fast and super easy. All the links are down in the description. Go take a look. Thank you for watching.